Classify amendments is compliance software for a specific operational decision, categorizes regulatory modifications by type and nature of change. This video explains what the tool does, why the workflow matters, and how the output becomes useful decision evidence. The problem is that compliance teams often manage this workflow with scattered inputs, inconsistent review rules, and manual interpretation. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Classify amendments narrows that process into a repeatable model so teams can compare cases without rebuilding the logic each time. Classify amendments starts with a defined input contract. Typical inputs include scope of regulatory change, potential financial impact if non-compliant, estimated compliance effort, days until compliance deadline, and jurisdictional complexity. Keeping these fields explicit reduces ambiguity and makes every run easier to audit. The workflow then applies calculate severity classification score by weighted combination of scope change 40% weight, materiality impact 40% weight, and compliance effort 20% weight, normalized to 1 to 10 scale. Calculate urgency classification score with inverse relationship to deadline tightness. Shorter deadlines increase urgency, multiplied by jurisdictional complexity factor plus novelty score adjustment. Determine amendment type category based on severity score, urgency score, and novelty score using regulatory compliance decision matrix, and calculate resource allocation priority score by multiplying severity score by urgency score by logarithmic function of compliance effort, normalized to 1 to 100 range. This keeps the process deterministic, reviewable, and aligned with how compliance teams actually make decisions. Classify amendments returns structured outputs such as amendment classification, resource priority score, severity score, urgency score, and amendment classification matrix. These outputs are designed to support review, reporting, comparison, and follow-up actions. The value of classify amendments is not just automation. It is a controlled way to turn repeated compliance work into a documented business process with clear inputs, transparent logic, and reusable outputs.